Welcome to Move with Madeline Yoga. We will begin on our back in a supine butterfly. So let's bring the soles of the feet to touch. Let the knees fall out wide. You can bring one hand to the heart, maybe one hand to the belly. And just go ahead and start to take some nice inhales and exhales, feeling the belly rise on your inhales and fall on your exhales. And so I feel like springtime, of course, is the season for change. A lot of cleansing, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, and just kind of coming out of our cocoon and transitioning into our newer, better divine beings. And so it can be uncomfortable at times when we are in transition to change, when we're trying to hold on to this way of being or living or loving. And so a mantra I'm going to use today, and if you'd like, you can use it too, is I am open to change. So on your inhales, you can mentally repeat, I am open. And on your exhales, to change. I am open to change. And of course, if any other mantra comes into place and you don't align with this one, you can always come up with your own. Mentally repeat that to yourself. This is just a suggestion, as is everything that I tell you to do in class. It's just a suggestion. So we're here for a few more breaths. Take a few more breaths. And then on your next deep inhale, go ahead and close the knees. Exhale, let the legs go long and reach those arms up and over you. Find a nice evening stretch. Take a deep breath in as you reach in opposite directions. And then on your exhale, go ahead and hug the knees into the chest, rocking from side to side. And you can either fall to one side and press yourself up to a seat, or begin to bring the hands underneath the thighs and just rock and roll yourself maybe once or twice up to a comfortable seat. And on your inhale, go ahead and reach those arms up. Exhale, just keep them up. Draw the shoulders down the back. Keep that belly drawn in and engaged. Inhale as you reach with the fingertips. Exhale, softening the shoulders down the back and away from the ears. One more deep breath in, reaching up to the sky like a flower ready to bloom. Exhale, go ahead and release those hands down. And then make your way onto your hands and knees for tabletop pose. Spreading those fingers wide and bring the palms underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the waist. Feet are uncurled, so tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. The navel is drawn into the spine. Go ahead and inhale, drop the belly, peel that heart up, gaze up. And then exhale, pressing the mat away, rounding the spine, tucking the chin to the chest for cat. Inhaling as you drop the belly for cow. Exhaling as you round the spine for cat. Inhale, drop. Exhale, round. This time, inhale, come back to neutral tabletop pose. So belly still engaged. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring that right shoulder towards the right hip. So you're kind of creating a C shape. Inhale here. Exhale, return back to center. Inhale in your tabletop. Exhale, left shoulder, left hip. Inhale, stay in that C shape. Exhale, back through center, tabletop pose. Inhale, right shoulder, right hip. Exhale, stay here. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, left shoulder, left hip. Inhale, staying here. And exhale, returning back to neutral spine. Go ahead and curl those toes underneath you. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, make your way into your downward facing dog. Thinking about creating a long spine, flat spine. So draw the navel in towards the spine. Let the chest melt towards the thighs. Spreading the fingers wide. Taking a few breaths here in your down dog as you send the heels towards the mat. Creating a long line of energy from the hips all the way to the fingertips. Maybe start to shake the head out, yes or no. Taking deep breaths. In and out through the nose. And then on your inhale, we're gonna look forward as we bend the knees. Exhale, tiptoe yourself all the way to the top of the mat. Bring the feet underneath the hips, hip width apart, and just folding over in your forward fold, bending at the knees, letting the top half of the body go. Option to just let the arms dangle here, or you can bring the arms to touch the elbows and sway from side to side. In your ragdoll pose. And we're going to do what we call sunflower rise. So on your inhale, begin to bring the elbows towards the right, and you're going to rise up, creating the circle. As you exhale, coming down through the left. So you're still grabbing onto opposite elbows here. And coming through the other way, inhale as you rise from the left, coming up into a circle, and exhale down to the right. Inhale up through the right. Exhale down to the left. And inhale up from the left. Exhale down from the right. Go ahead and let yourself dangle again back into your forward fold with ragdoll arms. And then release those hands, just let the arms dangle, bending through the knees, tuck the chin in towards the chest, and begin to slowly rise as you draw the navel in towards the spine. Keeping steady, firm in your feet. Slowly, slowly, slowly rising into standing round pose. And as you inhale, reach both arms up high, look up. Exhale the hands to the heart center. Inhale as you reach up high. Exhale the hands to the heart. One more inhale, reach up. And exhale the hands to the heart. So keep that belly engaged. Slight tuck in the tailbone. The thighs are engaged to the hamstrings. And begin to send the weight into your left foot. Find a focal point on the ground. Breathing here. And start to hover that right leg, just maybe an inch off the ground. Or that right foot. So you have a tiny little bend in that right foot. Press down through the standing big toe. Keep your focal point, otherwise known as a drishti gaze. You can stay here. Begin to draw that right knee up, creating this 90-degree bend. Breathing here. A few more breaths in your bounce. Again, you can be up here lifted, or you can be maybe just an inch, maybe your big toes touching the mat. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and step that right foot back into a warrior one position. So the back foot drops at 45 degrees. You can either scooch those toes forward if you want to create a deeper bend, making sure that front knee doesn't go past the ankle. It's either behind it or directly above it. Keep that tailbone tucked in as you lift through the chest and engage to the belly. Hands can stay at the heart center, or when you're ready, go ahead and reach those arms up high. And then draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Palms are facing each other's, pinkies roll in. Take a few breaths here in your warrior one. Maybe closing the eyes, tuning into your breath, and using your mantra to stay focused throughout your practice, throughout this single pose. And whatever that mantra is, mentally repeating it with every inhale and exhale that you take. So again, mine is I am open to change. A few more breaths here. Go ahead and bring the hands to the heart center. Keep that belly engaged and then begin to flip that back heel and adjust it over the ball of the foot. So now you're coming into a high crescent lunge. So now the back heel is lifted. Inhale as you lean forward. And then exhale, go ahead and twist, either hooking that right elbow onto the outside of that left thigh, or if that doesn't feel good, you can just twist to the left and extend those arms out into a T. So do what feels good to your body. And then if this feels good right here, then you can begin to bring the hands to the heart and hook the elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Keep that belly drawn in. Deep breaths here. Take one more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. And then on your inhale, begin to rise back up into your twist if you're in that hook. Exhale here. And then inhale, swing both arms up back into your high crescent lunge. Exhale the hands to the heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bending through that left knee. Go ahead and step that right foot to meet the left into hip width apart, standing mountain pose. So go ahead and kick that standing foot, building some strength here. And on your inhale, go ahead and reach those arms up high. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, leading with your heart. Inhale to your half foot lift, flat back, draw that navel in, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. And then begin to rise slowly again, just like you did, rounding into the spine all the way up. And when you get there, go ahead and inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale the hands to the heart. And then we'll just come to the other side. So go ahead and find your focal point, your Ujjayi gaze. Begin to send the weight into that right foot, pressing down through that right big toe. That left leg or foot can hover about 1 inch. If you want, you can just hover, press the big toe into the mat. Or when you're ready, begin to inhale, draw that left knee up at 90 degrees. Belly is still engaged. Breathing here, stand tall, grow tall through the spine and the crown. Press down firmly into that standing big toe. We're here for a few breaths, wherever you are. Go ahead and take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, step that left foot back into warrior one position. So you can scoot it back or scoot your right toes forward if you need to. Heart is facing forward, hips are facing towards the left corner. When you're ready, you can keep the hands at heart center or begin to reach the arms up high. For your warrior one, bending through that front knee is tracking towards the right so it's not caving inwards. Pressing down firmly through the back foot and the front foot. You should feel a stretch in that left inner thigh, the inner groin area. Maybe closing the eyes and taking deep breaths. Few more breaths here. And then go ahead and bring the hands to the heart center. Engaging to the belly. Go ahead and bring that back heel over the ball of the foot. So you're pivoting into a crescent lunge. Heart and hips are facing forward this time. Option to keep the arms here. When you're ready, go ahead and reach those arms up high. And then we're going to come into our twist. So you can either hook the elbow to the outside of the right knee or begin to just reach that left hand forward and right hand back. Sending the right hip back, drawing that belly in. And then if it feels good, go ahead and bring the hands to the heart center and then hook that left elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Twisting here, drawing that belly in. Try to keep a focal point. Try to keep your breath steady. Awesome. And then on your next inhale, begin to rise back up into your high crescent lunge. Taking a deep breath in here and a deep breath out. Bringing the hands to the heart center, bending through that front knee. Go ahead and step that left foot to meet the right at the top of your mat. Shake it out. Awesome. And we'll inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale to your halfway lift, flat back, navel in. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and plant the palms, step back into a plank pose. You can drop the knees down if you'd like. I'm going to do that and then curl the toes, spreading the fingers wide, navel draws in, belly's engaged. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, lower yourself all the way down. Setting up for Cobra, zipping the legs up together, press the tops of the feet into the mat, kneecaps lifted. Inhale, peel that heart up. And exhale, lower. Inhale either to your Cobra or pressing all the way up, lifting everything except the tops of the feet for up dog. And then on your exhale, go ahead and make your way into a downward facing dog. Deep breaths in your down dog. Then letting the heart melt towards the thighs, drawing that navel in, creating a flat spine. Bending the knees as much as you need to create that. Feet are hip width apart or wider. Few more breaths. And then on your inhale, reach that right leg up high. Bend the knees and stack the hips. Bring that right heel towards the glute. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. And then inhale, extend that right leg, square the hips off so they're parallel. On your exhale, go ahead and step that right foot between the palms. And if it doesn't make it there, go ahead and pick it up, step it between. If you have some blocks, this is a great place to use some blocks underneath the hands. Go ahead and sink the hips. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, straighten that front leg and fold over the right leg. Inhale as you bend through that right knee, sink the hips, peel that heart forward. Exhale as you straighten that front leg and fold. Inhale as you bend and sink. Exhale, straighten and fold. This time bending the knees, inhale and sinking. Exhale, go ahead and drop that back knee and uncurl the toes. So now you're in a low lunge. And you can stay right here. Otherwise, begin to meet in a lifted low crescent lunge. You can bring the hands to the thighs or begin to reach those hands up. Maybe hands can stay at heart center. Deep breaths here. You can stay right here. Otherwise, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale, twisting to the right again. This time with that back knee dropped. So right hand back, left hand forward. Stay right here. Or you can begin to drop that right hand behind, grabbing onto the back of the thigh or maybe the calf, reaching that left hand up for a reverse low crescent lunge. Keep that belly engaged. Deep breaths here. Inhale, return back to your twist. Exhale. Inhale, swing that right hand forward, bring both arms up high, deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead and plant the palms down between that foot or framing that front foot. Inhale here. Exhale, go ahead and send the right hip back, pointing the right toes towards the ceiling for the half splits. Hips are over the knees as you inhale, draw that navel in, lift through that chest, and then exhale, fold over the right leg. Again, great place for blocks if you have them. I forgot to grab mine. Deep breaths. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and bend through that front knee, coming back into that low crescent lunge. Curl the back toes. Inhale, lift through the back knees as you exhale, stepping back into your downward facing dog. And then inhale, roll yourself over to a plank. Option to drop the knees if you'd like. Exhale, lower yourself all the way or halfway for chaturanga. Inhale to your cobra or up dog, just like we did. And then exhale, make your way back into your downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. Then we'll come to the other side. Go ahead and inhale, reach that left leg up high. Bending the knees, stacking the hips, bring that heel towards the glute. Opening up the hips, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, reach that left leg up high, square the hips off. Exhale, step it through between the palms for that low lunge, runner's lunge. Staying right here as you inhale, peel that heart forward, sink through the hips. Exhale, straighten that front leg and fold. Inhale as you bend and sink. Exhale as you straighten and fold. Inhale, bending and sinking through the hips. Exhale, straightening and fold. This time, go ahead and inhale, bend through that front knee, sinking through the hips. Exhale, drop that back knee down, uncurl the toes. Staying right here, or when you're ready, slowly start to rise up. Hands can be on the thighs or at the heart center, or reach those arms up high. Soften the shoulders down the back. Few breaths here. And then when you're ready, finding a deep breath in as you exhale, twisting to the left side. So right hand forward, left hand back. And you can stay right here, or go ahead and drop that left hand back, reaching that right hand up high for a reversed low crescent lunge. Deep breaths here. Keep that belly drawn up and in just to protect the back. And then on your next inhale, return back to your twist. Exhale here. Inhale, swing both arms up and forward. Exhale right here into your lunge. And take another deep breath in as you reach those hands up high. Exhale, go ahead and frame that front foot. And inhale, peel that heart forward, sink through the hips. And then exhale, send the hips back, point the toes towards the ceiling, drawing that navel in as you lift through the chest. Deep inhale. Exhale, fold over that left leg. Deep breaths here. Few more breaths in your half splits. And inhale, go ahead and bend through that front knee. Curl the back toes. Inhale, lift through that back knee, and then exhale, stepping it back into your downward facing dog. Option to flow just like we did, or you can stay right in your down dog. I'll go guide that. So inhale, roll over to your plank. Drop the knees if you wish. Exhale, lowering yourself all the way or halfway for chaturanga. Inhale to your Cobra or up dog, drawing the navel up and in. And exhale, make your way back into your downward facing dog. Few breaths here. And then go ahead and drop the knees down wide, the toes to touch, sinking the hips back for a child's pose. This is the first child's pose of class. So allow the heart to melt towards the mat. You can keep it active by lifting the elbows up, or more restorative by letting the elbows just rest onto the mat, letting the arms soften. Deep breaths here. And just think about yourself melting even deeper with every exhale that you take. If you created that mantra at the start of class, go ahead and begin to repeat that mantra again. For me, that was, I am open to change. A few more breaths in a child's pose. And then when you're ready, go ahead and make your way back into your downward facing dog, adjusting the feet hip width apart, sending the hips up high. And then go ahead and bend the knees, look forward on an inhale, exhale, walking, stepping or hopping to the top of the mat. Come back to your forward fold. And on your inhale, come up to your halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Move down to the feet as you inhale, rise up, reach both arms up high. As you exhale, you're going to grab onto that left wrist, send that left foot behind the right leg, grow tall on your inhale, and then exhale, lean to the right side. So finding this little side stretch, the little crossed legs, crossed legs, cross-legged legs, whatever you want to call it. Deep breath here, deep breath out. Inhale as you uncross that left leg, reach both arms up high. Exhale, grabbing onto that right wrist, sending that right foot behind the left into a cross-legged side stretch. Deep breaths here. And on your inhale, return back to neutral, uncross that leg, bringing the feet hip width apart. Inhale as you reach up high. Exhale, swan dive, hinging at the hips, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold. Go ahead and plant the palm, step that right foot back into a runner's lunge. As you inhale, you're gonna peel that heart forward. As you exhale, go ahead and walk the hands to the left side of your mat, coming into a wide-legged fold. We'll come up halfway, so inhale, draw that navel up and in, flat back. And then exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Deep breaths in your wide-legged fold. See if you can, again, draw that navel in and begin to send the weight into the balls of the feet. Tiny, tiny micro bend in the knees. One more deep breath in, come up halfway. Exhale, walk the hands to the back of the mat, pivoting all the toes. And then drop that back heel down, bend through that left knee and rise up to a warrior one. Just like we did at the start of class. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale, reach those arms up high. Exhale, open up to warrior two. So hips are still facing towards the right side of the mat if you're looking at the back. Bending through that left knee, tracking that left knee towards the left side so it's not caving in. Knees stacked above or slightly behind that front ankle. Lifting through the chest, begin to soften the shoulders down the back. Keep that belly engaged. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in. As you exhale, come to your side angle pose. So left elbow, left thigh, reach that right hand up and over. Keep that belly engaged here. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then on your next inhale, return back to warrior two. Exhale here. And inhale, go ahead and straighten that front leg, pivot all the toes to face that left side of your mat. Again, we're coming to a wide-legged fold, the option to come into it whatever way you wish. So you can reach those arms out. You can bring the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers, or bring the hands onto the hips. Go ahead and inhale, draw that navel up and in, lift through the chest. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Come back to your wide-legged fold. If you want to come into it a little bit deeper, you can inhale, come up halfway, draw that navel in. And then exhale, fold again. And on your next inhale, come up halfway, draw that navel in. Exhale, walking the hands to the front of your mat this time, dropping that back heel down, bend through that right knee and rising up to your warrior one. Deep breaths here, lift in the chest, tuck in the tailbone, engage through the belly, bending through that front knee. Take one more inhale. Exhale, going up and open up to warrior two, facing left side of your mat. So right hand is forward, left hand back. Front knee tracks towards the right side. Make sure it's not caving inwards or past the ankle. Lifting through the chest, softening the shoulders down the back. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale here. Exhale to your side angle pose, right elbow, right thigh, reaching that left hand up and over, engaging through your belly. Breathe deep. Take another inhale and another exhale. Inhale, return back to your warrior two. This time as you exhale, go ahead and cartwheel and frame that front foot, step it back into a downward facing dog. Deep breaths in your down dog. Go ahead and bend through the knees. This time walk the hands to the back of the mat, coming into a forward fold at the back. And then go ahead and bring those feet mat width apart, toes are out and heels are in. Go ahead and sink into the hips for your Malasana Squat. Hands at the heart center as you inhale, lift through the chest. If your heels are lifted, that's totally fine. If you have a block or books or something you want to place underneath your sit bones, you can place them there. We're going to be here for a few breaths. Deep breaths here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, go ahead and plant those hands down. We're going to kind of like frog hop to the top of the mat. So go ahead and lean into the elbows, step those feet up a bit, press yourself, and we kind of like hop to the top. And when you get to the top, go ahead and press yourself up Adjust the feet back to hip width apart and fold. And inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And root down to the feet as you inhale, rise up, reach both arms up high. Exhale the hands to the heart center and just pause here, lifting through the chest. Drawing those shoulder blades down the back. Engagement in the belly. Coming back to your intention or your mantra. Just feeling the heart race, slowing it down with every exhale that you take. And seal that intention or mantra back in with the breath. Cleansing breath. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth and sigh it out. And inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and plant the palms. Step it back into your plank pose. An option to flow it out, or you can just meet right back into your down dog, making sure that when you come into your up dog or Cobra pose, drawing that navel up and in, and then making your way back into your downward facing dog. I'll be here for a few breaths. And we're going to set up for a pigeon pose, and I'll show you two options. If you have sore knees, go ahead and inhale, reach that right leg up high. Exhale, bring that right knee towards that right wrist, left ankle towards the left wrist. Extend that left leg long behind you, tenting the fingers along the side. If that right hip is high, you can go ahead and place a blanket or pillow underneath it or block. Inhale as you lift through the chest, and exhale, make your way down onto your forearms, fists, blocks, whatever you have for support, wherever feels good. If this is aching your knee really bad and your knee is like sharp and on fire, go ahead and come onto your back in a figure four, where you can cross that right ankle on top of the left knee and draw that left knee in if that feels good, or you can keep it rested down. So if you have a knee injury, I encourage you to do that. When I had a knee injury, I did that instead of pigeon pose because pigeon was a bit too much for me. So wherever you are, begin to soften into your breath. Those deep exhales. Keep breathing here. Few more breaths into your pigeon pose. And if you're on your back, you can just switch sides, crossing the other ankle on top of the right knee. Otherwise, we'll come up onto our hands. Curl the back toes. Scooch that hip up. As you inhale, lift up through that back knee and reach that right leg up high. Bend it, straighten it. And exhale, release that right leg down. Coming to the other side, inhale that left leg up high. Exhale the left knee towards the left ankle, right ankle towards the right wrist. Growing tall, extending that right leg behind you, tenting the fingers along the side as you inhale, draw the navel up and in. And exhale, begin to come down slowly. And same thing, if this side is screaming at you, your left knee is killing you, make your way onto a figure 4 on your back, crossing that left ankle on top of the right knee, right thigh. And check in, make sure that you're not clenching your jaw. See if you can unscrunch your eyebrows, softening through the eyebrows and the face, jaw. A few more breaths here. And if you are on your back, begin to uncross that left ankle. Bring both soles of the feet onto the mat. And otherwise, if you're on your belly, go ahead and come up onto the forearms. Curl that back toe. Scoot your hips forward, lifting through the back knee as you inhale, reach that left leg up high. Exhale, release that left leg down. We'll all make our way into a seat. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall wide. Bringing the hands onto the outer edge of the ankles or the foot. As you inhale, draw that navel up and in, grow tallest to the spine. And then exhale, leading with your heart, come into this butterfly fold. Deep breaths here. And begin to slowly rise up, closing the knees and making your way onto your back. We'll hug the knees into the chest, rocking from side to side. And go ahead and find a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, let that left leg go long and hug that right knee in towards the chest. If this feels good, you can stay right here. Otherwise, we're going to begin to extend that right leg towards the ceiling, interlacing the fingers either underneath the thigh or the calf if it feels good, flexing the toes towards the face. If you're shaking here, that's great. That's absolutely normal. Just breathe, take some deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then go ahead and hug that right knee back into the chest. Give it a squeeze. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let that right leg go long. And then we'll come to the other side. So go ahead and draw that left knee in towards the chest. Interlacing the fingers underneath the kneecap. Give yourself a squeeze. We're here for a few breaths. And you can stay right here. Otherwise, when you are ready, begin to extend that left leg towards the ceiling, flexing the left toes towards the face. interlacing the fingers behind the thigh or behind the calf. Embracing the shake, using your breath to soften you. And begin to hug that left knee back into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let that left leg go long. And then go ahead and hug the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a rock from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the knees fall to the left, bringing those arms out to a T and bringing the gaze to the right. As you open up your chest in this twist, your heart is exposed, so you can come back to that mantra that you may have set, whether it be the same or different. Mentally repeating it to yourself into the heart space. Breathing your mantra into the heart space. And on your next inhale, go ahead, hug those knees back into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, let the knees fall to the right. Bring your arms out to a T, bringing the gaze to the left. Again, mentally repeating your mantra to the heart space, from the heart space. And then on your inhale, go ahead and draw the knees back in towards the center, hugging the knees, rocking from side to side. Go ahead and take a deep breath in as you hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take another deep breath in. Another deep breath in. One more sip. And then exhale, coming to your Shavasana Pose, letting the feet come to the corners of your mat. Palms face up. Closing the eyes and drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Allowing yourself to take up these last few moments of rest as I guide a little bit of yoga Nidra, yoga for sleep. Mentally repeating to yourself, I relax my feet, my ankles and my calves. I relax my feet, my ankles, and my calves. I relax my feet, my ankles, and my calves. I relax my knees, my thighs, and my hips. I relax my knees, my thighs, and my hips. I relax my knees, my thighs, and my hips. I relax my belly, my whole back, and my chest. I relax my belly, my whole back, and my chest. I relax my belly, my whole back, and my chest. I relax my hands, my whole arms, and my shoulders. I relax my hands, my whole arms, and my shoulders. I relax my hands, my whole arms, and my shoulders. I relax my neck, my whole head, and all the muscles in my face. I relax my neck, my whole head, and all the muscles in my face. I relax my neck, my whole head, and all the muscles in my face. My body is relaxing. My body is relaxing. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is relaxing. My mind is relaxing. My mind is completely relaxed. My breath is relaxing. My breath is relaxing. My breath is completely relaxed. And I allow myself to fall into a deeper and deeper meditative state with every natural exhale that I take. A blessing from the universe. Now is a blessing. Life is a timeless moment in the eternal now. You perceive a yesterday, today, and tomorrow, but in reality, there's only now. Focusing on the past or future keeps you from fully living and receiving life's blessings. Bring your awareness within, and you receive a timeless blessing. Begin to take some deeper breaths in and out through the nose. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, rocking the head from side to side. Go ahead and take a deep breath in as you reach those arms up and over you. Find a nice evening or morning stretch. And as you exhale, hug the knees into the chest, rocking yourself from side to side. And for a more grounding feeling, go ahead and let the knees fall to the right. For a more uplifting, let the knees fall to the left. Taking a moment here in your fetal position, moving from corpse pose to fetal, allowing yourself to be reborn after your practice. And when you're ready, go ahead and press yourself up into a comfortable seat, whatever that feels like for you. We'll bring the hands to the heart center. And we'll finish class with a chant of Om, only if you wish. We'll inhale for Om, take a deep breath in. Om. Light and the shadow in me honor the light and the shadow in you. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.